Hey, welcome back. Today I want to talk to you about the three reasons why I personally think that taking Social Security early is a mistake and why I personally am not going to do it. I'm 63 today. I'll be 64 in September. It's now July of 2025. And by the way, I'm about to do something I said I'd never do again, and that is I'm going to get married. And that has a big reason why, for me, I'm likely not going to take my Social Security till the latest time. So everybody's worried about, will Social Security be there for them? Folks, Social Security is going to be there. Will it be different? Absolutely, it's going to be different. If you read your Social Security statements, if you know anything about Social Security, by 2033, there are going to be some changes that happen inside of there. Now, the Social Security trust fund is set to be depleted by 2034-35, and they will have to make some changes. But I think that the changes that are most likely is that what we'll see here is that the maximum amount that you can make, or how much you make before they actually stop taking Social Security out of your paycheck, will go up. The amount that they take out of your paycheck for people that are working will go up. They'll take the earliest you can take your Social Security, which is age 62. They'll move it up to 63 or 64. They'll take your full retirement age and they'll move that from 67 to possibly 68 or 69. And then they'll take the latest you can take your Social Security to age 70 or 71, most likely. Now, no one can tell you exactly what these changes are going to be, but they'll tell you, oh, they're going to cut it, it's going to go away, that kind of stuff. Well, the reality is that it may get reduced, but it's not going to get eliminated, because if it got eliminated, you'd have too many people living on the streets, because too many people have to have Social Security in order to survive. Now, the reality of the matter is that if you were to look at the average earner in America, the statistics say that 40% of the income that they're going to need in retirement is going to come from Social Security. Now, this is really a case by case. I really don't like the fact that there's a lot of, generalized advice out there about how you should do things, how you should retire, or how you should take your money. Ladies and gentlemen, you really need to sit down and do a full blown analysis, a 100,000 foot view of your overall picture, your Social Security, your pensions, your IRAs, all of this stuff, to figure out what is best for you. But as I said, I'm going based on what is best for me and what is best for my family. So one of the biggest problems is we're living longer. Okay, we're going to live. The average person out there, if you live to age 65 right now and you're a male, your life expectancy is about 85 years old, 83 to 85. If you're a female and you live to 65, you're about 85 to 87, possibly even longer, and you have about a 25% chance of one of you living to age 90 and beyond. So when we're doing our planning when it comes to Social Security, we don't want to be planning out to life expectancy. See, what we want to do is we want to live the lifestyle we become accustomed to, adjusted for taxes and inflation, out beyond yours and your spouse's life expectancy, and then pass your money on in the most tax favorable way possible. But what I said was beyond your life expectancy. So when I'm doing that planning, I want to make sure that my money is going to last as long as it can possibly live, because I don't want to be in retirement and be out of money. I don't mind being out of money, but I definitely don't want to be out of income. And if you do this wrong, folks, it can cost you well over $100,000. So I guess the big point here is that most people take Social Security because they think they have to, when in reality is if they use their other assets, their stocks, their bonds, their mutual funds, their IRAs, so on and so forth, to suffice their income while their Social Security grew up, they'd probably be better off. Now, the reason why I'm going to wait is because my Social Security is increasing by a guaranteed 8% every single year I wait. Now, if you want to know the big secret when it comes to Social Security, it's really as simple as this. Tell me the day you're going to die, and I will bounce your last check. I will give you a plan to guarantee you'll bounce your last check. But the reality is you don't know that. So because you don't know that, you need to be planning to take your Social Security at a later age. So 3 of the reasons why I'm going to do it is because increased benefit goes up by 132% if I wait that long, okay? I have longevity. I believe I will live a lot longer and I want financial security. And most importantly, I want to maximize the benefit I leave behind to my spouse. Because you see, when you die, the surviving spouse gets the highest of the 2 Social Securities. That's pretty important because you don't want to leave them destitute. You want to make sure that they can continue to live that lifestyle you become accustomed to. So, what do we do? Where do we go from here? Well, I think that the first and most important thing to understand is you've really got to have an analysis of not only your 100,000 foot view, but you'll have to have a full blown analysis on your Social Security as to when you'll break even. Now, I've done that analysis for myself, and I can tell you that I fully believe that I will outlive that break even point. One of the biggest mistakes that people make, though, when it comes to taking their Social Security is they take it too early. If you take your Social Security before your full retirement age, there's penalties for working. And if you're making more than $24,300 in earned income in the year 2025, and you've taken your Social Security prior to your full retirement age, which at this point is probably 67, you're going to get hit with a 1 to 2 penalty, meaning every $2 you make over $24,300, they're going to take back $1 of your Social Security, and you locked your Social Security in at the lowest possible point. This is a problem. So I can sit down, I can do this analysis for you so that you really truly understand it. You can run out there and listen to the talking heads and do whatever you want to do. But remember, it's a case by case situation. Now, if you don't think you're going to live that long, you're absolutely certain you're going to die young, then take your Social Security early, but don't get caught with those penalties. The other side of the coin is are you doing any tax planning with regards to that? I want to make sure as much of my money as possible is over in tax-free so that I pay the least amount of Social Security on taxes on my Social Security. Now, please make some comments down here in the comment section about how you feel about when you're going to take your Social Security. Why did you make that decision? Why did you choose to take the Social Security at that point? You think I'm completely out of my mind? Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Go watch some of our other videos on this subject. We have lots of videos on Social Security and how it works. Reach out, set up a no cost, no obligation appointment so we can show you whether your plan is working or not. And remember, live like you're going to die tomorrow and plan like you're going to live forever because you just might. Keep smiling. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you in the not too distant future.